Welcome to this week's AgostoAllElite podcast. Yeah. Let's get to Elevation. Let's start with Emi Sakura versus Queen Amida. Emi Sakura came in with a 21-20 record of 5-1. Company once again by her second Lulu Pencil. Queen Amida's 2021 record was almost the opposite of 0-5. Sakura wasted no time training arm ringers from her opponent, biting her arm, whipping her across the ring by her hair. Sakura put her on the surfboard, dropped her on her head, kicking her at a will. Amida got her revenge with a little booty to the face and her legs around Sakura's head. A flying butt in the corner. Sakura hit a backbreaker, pulled Amida up at 2, then did a splash on the top rope for the 3 and a no-go splash. Next match, Frankie Kazarian versus Ren Jones. Kazarian's 2021 record was 25-4 before his match. His hapless opponent, Mr. Jones, was 0-2 day, but he definitely doesn't have a sequel man who would winless in AEW. The crowd was solely behind Kazarian that they booed wherever Jones blocked the move. To their credit, both men realized was Jones' work. Heel got a nice reaction when Kazarian fired up from the kicks and stomps. They erupt when he put on a cross-faced chicken wing and immediately tapped Jones out. I have a feeling no matter how huge Adam Cole Baby is on Wednesday, the crowd would cheer for him. Lana Lennox versus Penelope Ford with the Bunny. Ford's 2021 record was 12-4, while Lennox was making her AEW debut here. The moment Lennox went on the ring, Bunny ran over the boot her in the face, posted her into the ring, handspring back elbow, German suplex, back bridge shin lock. Lennox submit quick as the Wu-Tang Clan fan in front of a room enjoying his beer. Guess we could say Penelope Ford ain't nothing but tough if for wit. The Butcher Blade Bunny versus Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. The Butcher Blade came in 5-0 in 2021. Their opponents were making an AEW debut, so you already know what the outcome was. It was still weird to me that the Butcher's also the guitarist for Every Time I Die. It doesn't make me any less intense in the ring. A powerbomb network combo made the quick work of their opponents. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling versus Shauna Reed. No one needs Justin Roberts to announce a 20-minute time limit less than Jade Cargill. She was 12-0 coming in and will be 13-0 going out facing Shauna Reed. You have to find a win in AEW to date. Cargill immediately booted her, shoot her into the ropes, caught her and hit her a fallaway slant and buster finished her. It was a race to the finish to see what Cargill or the prior tag team would finish first. NJ Tai Conti versus Ella Shea and Jolie. Conti and Jay were 3-36, 7, and 9-5 respectively, but had no record together as a team. Neither did Jolie or Ella Shea. Yet none of their debut opponents this week. Conti hit a facebuster, tagging Jay when Conti tagged him back. She got double T in a corner. Jay ate a forearm shot for good measure. Conti hit an enziguri tag back then. Conti hit a black tag for a pump kick to the face. The ladies hit a double suplex, double boot, and Jay got the finish with a Queen Slayer. Next match, Daniel Garcia with 2.0 versus Lee Morale. Garcia came in 3-5, but is consistently one of my favorite wrestlers at dark shows. Lee Morale just got his AEW contract being stand-up in 2 appearances leading up to his match, but he was still looking for his first AEW win. 2.0 stayed at a ringside cheering on Garcia and interfered with referee Brian Rensburg was distracted. Garcia worked over Moret's left leg after a chop block. Moretz kept selling his leg, scoring a couple of near falls, hobbling around, trying to hit moves, used the ropes for ring break when Garcia tried to submit him. Moret got a double stomp to the chest, but apparently to hurt himself, so Garcia whipped him by the leg and put the sharpshooter on and pulled him back on the leg to force the tap out. Best match of the Revelation match to this date. We got the main event, Nyla Rose versus Sky Blue. Blue was 0-4 thus far in AEW run. Before Justin Roberts could introduce her opponent, Figueroa came out screaming, "You suck at your job," introduced 24 Rose herself. Blue fired up with forearms, but immediately got thrown out in one arm. Blue nearly countered. Beast bomb into a roll-up. Then hit a series of jaw kicks to the chest, trying to knock Rose down. Rose elevated Blue to the apron. Blue kicked her in the head, flew on top of her head for a near fall. Rose ducked under Blue, put Blue on her shoulders, and turned her around for a bomb. A strong finish, elevation, figuratively and literally. So this was Elevation. I will review Dark about now. Well, welcome to AEW Dark, and let's start with the show with Leo Hirsch, Jade Cargill standing at the show talking trash to each other. Smart Mark Sterling laughed at Hirsch, saying she was proud to be from New Jersey. She called Cargill a bitch. Cargill agreed before Shivani welcomed us to Universal Studios in Orlando. The Butcher Blade versus Rosario Grillo and Hunter Knott followed their win on Evolution this week. The Butcher and the Blade were 6-0 in 2021. Arena Ring were Rosario Grillo and Hunter Knott with the 2020 record of 0-3. It didn't take for Butcher and Blade moved to 7-0 in a quick squash. There was no offense against them. Quit Shivani, I cannot say it better than that. We got Ashley D'Ambos versus Anna Jay. D'Ambos has yet to win in 2021, but Jay has just recently came back from injury. So once the winless opponent had a chance, it wasn't much of a chance that Jay quickly tapped Ambos out so quickly that it was just a setup for the Bunny to come out and tap the winner. Tay Conti ran out to make the save. We got 2.0 with Garcia versus Eric Andrew Lockhart's. 2.0 brought a record of 5-1 to this match, assuming their short time AEW. Eric and Andrew Lockhart were making an AEW debut. Here, now these brothers were named Mick and Matt. You might believe they could beat 2.0, but they're not Ellie. Pun absolutely attended. Jeff Harker, Matt Lee delivered backbreaker stomps around their hapless opponents as the crowd booed. 2 for the show finished it off. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling versus Angelica Risk. Angelica Risk had no chance here, not just because she became witless in AEW. Let's be real, if Jade Cargill is a dark match, it's going to be completely one-sided affair. Fall away slam, kip up, pump kick, glance slam pace, the simple and fat. Sterling cut a promo that was longer than the match promised that Cargill would squash Hirsch tomorrow night on Dynamite at the Poodle Center in New Jersey, mouthed there by saying Universal Studios has a height requirement for those rides. To add to a height requirement, there should be a time limit how long Mark Sterling can talk. Mysterious Movado versus Fuego Del Sol. Del Sol may have singles record of 229, but he got AEW contract in his own entrance video. So things definitely looked up. Former opponent, Mysterious Movado, was making his AEW debut, so definitely was a good sign for the fan favorite. He flipped and flew into Movado, put him down with a forearms or a chorus of boos, followed by a loud "Let's Go Fuego" chant. I guess it's a good sign that for the Universal Studios tapings, that shows that fans take attendings are watching Dark Elevation, not just Dynamite and Rampage. Movado threw a series of chops and a drop kick, then flopped backward onto Fuego for a near fall. Fuego got back on track and insecurity and a springboard moonsault top row turning a DDT gave Fuego the third win. Kosh versus Shawn Spears. Spears came out with a hoodie over his eyes, a chair in his right hand, a scowl on his face. His 2021 record was 10-3. His hair had a bullseye with Darby's name on it for a C. Kosh was already in the ring with a record 0-1. Siobhan confirmed that Spears' Allen was saying for tomorrow night's Dynamite Network. Spears threw Cash out of the ring, threw him all around the ringside ring, threw him back first on the ring apron. Spears hit knees to the head, one arm behind his back, a face buster that pulled Cash up for the 3 count. Darby Allin, Darby, Wednesdays for you, Wednesday. Darby history repeats itself, death bow jobber at 3 count. Sonny Kiss promised to show the world that Joey Joe is nothing but a piece of shit, said that the only thing gotta be buried is you. That's a payoff, honestly. Joel and TH2 versus Orange Cassidy. Chuck Taylor, we are Utah with quick stand ladder. TH2, Joel are making their trios debut, so technically had no record in AEW, which is our commentary section on Fine Odds. Trusty Joe Dwight, their opponent spotted a trios record of 4-1. The match broke down, all heels hitting the ring simultaneously to beat up Orange Cassidy. Evans, Orange Cassidy had nothing on Applejack. He did a standing twisting moonsault. Punctuate the statement. Taz is what he calls that move. Cassidy finally escaped both teammates to tag in Utah. He tagged in Taylor, but Jericho escaped and tagged in Joel. Cassidy broke out the power slam pin and bring up best friends crowd champ. Cassidy jacked Joel with an orange punch and picked up the win to a roar crowd. Highland King versus Leo Hirsch. King's 21 record came in 29, while Hirsch sparred 18-4 record in AEW. King may have the side advantage, but Hirsch overpowered her and the ref made her break her clean. King tried to ground her right up front headlock takedown, but Hirsch kept powering out every spot. King with the lariat ate a headlock takedown in return. Hirsch pulled her down, sent King flying outside, but got clocked in the head and returned for a suicide dive. Vertical slam by King for a near fall. Small package by Hirsch for a near fall. Bear hug from King. Hirsch found her way out and two traded forearms. A child's pump kick by King. German suplex. Elite suplex back to back from Hirsch. King could avoid second suicide dive. Shabbat almost described Hirsch as a suplex machine. Before realizing he was staying next to Musoff with a 2 from Hirsch. Follow away side from the King. King threw a tantrum when Hirsch kicked out of her next pin. Hirsch had then running knee strike to put her away immediately after. Gail didn't give her any time to celebrate, so Hirsch took her down. The two started brawling until a team of referees came out to break it up. The crowd chant, "Let them fight." What to watch? Watch Cargill squashes. I'm happy they are building her up as impressive near the stop of force, but it also makes it so she's very limited in the ring. On her hand, the Bill and Dark this week made me very intrigued to see their match on Dynamite. So even a negative turn might be a positive, man. Eventing with Hirsch and King definitely drove that point home. The trios match of Hugo Del Sol versus Mr. Ronald were really fun. This is another easy episode to watch. So that was Dark. I'll review Dynamite about now. Okay, let's review Dynamite. Let's get on to it. After Cole beats Cass in an amazing match, he grabs the mic. Who is ready for story time with Adam Cole, bye-bye? Hope is a dangerous thing, he says. That locker room hopes they can keep up with the Elite, but it wouldn't happen. He's only been here a short time, he says. Do you guys learn his skin? Christian Luchasaurus Jungle Boy, they're so tough, he said. Rampage GrandSlam. Adam Cole, Young Bucks, and Sixth Man. The Super Clique is back, baby. He says no one can stop them. We got a video with the Lucha Bros about the rivalry with the Butcher and the Blade. They used to be together with Eddie, but now on Rampage Friday, they'll fight for the belts. Tony's with Hugo Del Sol and Sammy. Hugo's with his new car. He says he'll trade all the way to being TNT champion. He said he'll put his car on the line this Friday on Rampage with Miro. MJF is here. And JR says someone call him a blister on the ass of the line. Cut my music, he says. You know, he says last week, you guys are so sympathetic for the crying Bryan. Should have sympathy for me, because I am in the armpit of America right now. The crowd chants asshole in Jersey said, what does Taylor Ham, Bruce Springsteen, and the hockey team have in common? They suck as hard as your Jersey Shore Shanks. Outside that, I was smart enough. I may have offended you last week. The crowd chants, shut the fuck up. He says, no, he doesn't care. But as you all people know, I'm insulted. They're religious. So I'd like to have a conversation with Brian Pillman. He pretends to pray. He kicks at the ground. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan, but your widow, Metheny, created the worst excuse for second-generation wrestler, Brian Pillman Jr. The reason I'm taking you is to give you a fair warning. If Pillman shows up at Queens, I will massacre him. If they chant for him, they do. They can do as long as they want, because at the end of the day, it'll be too obvious. Better than you, and the blonde music hits. Pillman jumps in the ring with the chair, but Warlord intercepts. He slashes Warlord, then outsmarts Pillman, who runs them both out of the ring. Earlier, Pillman with a JR jersey, you can remember like it was yesterday, it was your dad. He said, Jim, I had a son, little Brian. When he left last week, he said he was embarrassed for Brian and his dad. He says, Brian was humiliated for your family's sake, you need to whip his ass. Brian said, you know my family history. You know how important it is to film my legacy. I learned that last week. MJF, when you were wild, I'm Egyptian cotton. I was frightened for my life. People knew where I come from. We're not the same. You never fought someone like me. When I come from, my upbringing was Pharaoh. On September 22nd, you will step in the ring with me. Does anyone? But the ring with Pillman. Marvez with J.E. and Christian. JB said he doesn't even get fussy with the Elite. He says, better friends, better hair. Christian says, Adam does have good friends. EP friends drag him out of development. Since you're already used to losing him on Wednesday, you're going to have to Friday too, as also. Punk and commentary bring out the Suzuki incident. Punk says Suzuki is a pioneer. He says slighted that his entrance is distorted, and he wants to pay back his entrance music. Now we go to Lance and Minoru. Lance and Moxley, I'm there in Cincinnati. You have the rest, people, everything in your favor is changing in New York City. Once Suzuki gun, always Suzuki gun, he says. Last sentence, they will show them the true strong style. The lights go out, it's Malachi. It pretty much guarantees Cody's coming here in about 1 minute. We'll see. Malachi gets the mic. Members of the House of Black, please rise and say, for all we know, we have enemy on our midst. Crowd boos the enemy. Rosario Dawson's here. Says she's wearing colors of her enemy. She walks him. Here comes Cody. Cody rolls. Rosario Dawn jumps on Malachi's back. When give Cody time to get down to the ring. Cody and Malachi fight to the crowd. Tori says Cody's passion for wrestling has been regenerated. Cody whacks Malachi with a beer, and they continue to fight all the way up the stairs and on the arena. We got a recap of Bunny and AJ feud. Bunny says AJ can help herself from getting her away. Marvez with Anna. Uno erupted, then Alex erupted. Uno says, you have the group, what do you want? It evolved into the Jericho order bickering again. Anna says, they can't get together, she doesn't want them out there. Her and Tay bail. Dan Lambert's here dancing when he was younger and knew you're popular, and they go merch table see what's sailing. He says in AEW, everyone sells out. He continues to do his thing, then Jericho's music hits. He comes out with Hager. Lambert said, cut this shit off. I didn't even know the words, they had to look up on their phones. CM Punk says Lambert's like Bobby Heenan. He had wardrobe full of affliction. The crowd sang Judas, despite the music being off, much better than the all-out entrance. Jericho said there are 15,000 people who would love to sing that song. We all sing along to yours, but no one knows the word. Fat face dipshit. Yeah. Then he sings some words to I'm a fat face dipshit. Lambert said, I'm surprised you're on to defend AEW, but I'm not. You're a manipulator. You trick people to buy your fuzzy records. Jericho said, what's your problem? Scream at the AEW clouds, but I look at you. I got one question. Which one of you guys on top? The crowd chants, who's on top, very loudly. All power to your fists. He says he can't intimidate us. Jake is the undefeated MMA. I've been fighting MMA guys my whole career. I fought Beast, a Raging Bill, and they couldn't beat me. You can't either. Like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Why don't you come down there and knock these chipmunk buck teeth down your throat? Fucking throat. Lambert said, come on, bitches. This is going to go down. You're going to do it in a real city, not in shithole New Jersey. It's going to go down in NYC. If you're too much of pussy fast, it will be in New York. We got Vigilant with the Gun Club. Billy said they've been disrespected. They beat up White to show a point. They're undefeated. They still win, so losses don't matter to them. If anyone has a problem with it, say it, win. We got Andrade pissed about Chavo's actions on Rampage. He says he can beat Pac or anyone else he wants, and Chavo's not the boss. Taz is here picking the fight Punk. Will Haas slam Punk from behind, gets away from the commentary. Taz is clobbering time. Haas a hook are able to choke out Punk, then tell the commentator to get lost. Haas put Punk through a commentary there by mistake. This is the first time it ever happened on Dynamite. If I can get something from 29 on the pandemic world, it's possible. We got a video from Darby and Spears. Spears says, I'm generic and a piece of shit. I'm beating you before in 2019. You call that writing down without getting muddy. The chairman comments. He says, FTR come to the ring at Darby's win. He attacks Sting and Darby. Tully gets the chair, whacks Sting. Sting gets in the corner, brush it up. They beat Sting down. Then Darby, they give Sting a spike pile driver. Totally wiped Sting's face paint like Spears did to Darby. The crowd was very upset about this. Then we got Tony in the ring. We sent to All Out. It was like a story with Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. This will lead to an on and off. Talk about House being a piece of shit. And then Bryan Danielson wants to challenge Kenny Omega to the Slam next week. And then Leslie, Bryan Danielson told Kenny you haven't bought no balls. Then Kenny accepts the challenge. It pretty much like that for the segment. So that was. We got Miro talking to shit to Fugo. He talked shit. He was a god. And then you heard that Fugo put his car on the line and Rampage this week, last night. So y'all know mine. And pretty much the segment promo. We got Matt Hardy promo. He talks about OC owning a debt. OC's making a mockery of pro wrestling. He's going to take all his cool. He's going to shave Orange Cassidy bald. Pretty much. We got Suzuki is back. He managed to come back in the fight. You guys feel music. Lands enter attacks. The brawl unfolds. The show goes off the air with them still fighting. So pretty much. This was Dynamite Review. I will review Rampage right about now. Alright, here we go for Rampage. Let's go on with Rampage. Okay. Well, Kay says Bryan was always the underdog in WWE hero as well. Bryan says he wanted to face the toughest guy first. Kay said Bryan the title, everyone goes for him first. They all know he's the top. Bryan says he's here to scare the hell out of the AEW roster. Kay says there's no Cinderella story for Bryan. Penelope uses blades, brass knuckles to kill Kai Conti and Anna Jay after the women's matches. Will Hobbs had a brief promo on throwing Punk through the table. Said Punk should stay gone and should really think about this before facing him. Matt Hardy is here after HFO loses both their matches. He says he's mad, but he'll the last side. He said everyone will pay less next week, but he's especially mad at some guy in the audience. An Orange Cassidy shirt. He comes to the guy who gives him a thumbs up, pulls him in the ring. Jagged was beating him up. Matt has scissors, started cutting off his fan's hair. Jackie's Clippers and the OC music hits. He comes around the ring mat and Jack Bale. Taz says no way his fan has a wife. Brett is here, so is Ruby Soho. Brett welcomes Ruby some TV times. He said Ruby isn't here for her or the belt or the fans for her. Still trying to figure out who the hell she is, how many times she had changed her name, her hair, her skin. She tried to fit in. Who knows who Britt is, the world champ, TMG. Ruby said, of course, everyone knows who she is. We remind them every week. You should shove it in your face all the time. But she's not used to being told wrong. And she is. Ruby knows who she is. And until now, she hasn't had the freedom to prove it. But let's flip the script. She said, let's talk about you. The crowd chant Ruby. Let's talk about the demons, she said. You look at every broad who fought. Entitled, self-centered, banging something in the bag. The crowd goes nuts for this. Ruby said, it's a crime to be in love. It turns out Ruby said, Brett is just Brett. So why are you lying to everyone, including yourself? You got destiny to call yourself the runaway? You didn't run for anything. You got fired. The crowd erupted again. You're not wrong. She said, I did. But it turned out it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because it brought me to this moment. Look into your eyes. Really look at me and said, I wanted to see the woman that you're messing with. I'm surprised you're going to see anything head up. Cons ass, he says. The fact that you call yourself what you want after Dynamite, I might take the time. The one thing you won't be call yourself is the AEW Women's World Champion. Britt attacks her, but Ruby kicks her ass out of the ring. Sally runs in for the save after Miro defeated Fiogo's son and murders him. And it's building towards Sammy Guevara versus Miro for the TNT champion. So stay tuned. Okay, this was an AEW review week. See y'all next Saturday for another review. Thank you and bye-bye.